It's Ms. Mister, guys.
Hey.
They've been like literally.
This is amazing.
I got here at 1 o'clock, and actually about 12:45, there was already people here waiting and waiting for you guys. So is that?
That's so sweet.
Is this weird yet that you have fans like that? Is that weird yet?
Yeah, it's very humbling.
It's incredibly exciting every time.
Do you guys ever get used to this?
Well, I don't think we don't often do things like this, but at a show, like, that's a pleasure. It's when we first started the band, we were anonymous for so long, and we kept our faces and names off the project, that by the time we started to do shows, it was such an amazing way to instantly connect with our fans and connect with the people who are listening to the music, and it just gets better. Every show gets better. It feels like you're just meeting more and more of, like, your community. How
do you guys make as much noise as you did with just a handful of songs?
I don't think we know yet. I think, above all, when we made the record, we were doing it in secret and private. A lot of our friends didn't even know that we were making music. And so for us, it was this really amazing, special process of sort of, I don't know, finding out who we were as musicians. And it was all about
and as
the
friends,
music for so long.
we didn't know each other while we were writing either, so we were sort of getting to know each other as we were writing the songs.
The most important piece has to be the music. And if we love something and we feel passionate about it, then that's all that really matters. And I think the fact that people responded to it was the cherry on top of something we were already so incredibly proud of.
Are you guys a two-piece out of necessity, or are you guys a two-piece by choice? I mean, did you want to keep it simple?
Oh, I think there's a great elegance to being a two-piece. I think being a solo artist would be difficult because there's so many things we bounce off of each other, and we really rely on each other for support, both sort of artistically and emotionally. But be a band, I think, is even more complicated because there's so many different opinions and emotions that you have to balance out. So I think it's really sort of easy like this.
We were here last year. I feel like I've actually been 4 or 5 times. I have a record label called Neon Gold, and we do showcases here. We've been doing them for a couple years.
Okay, so you're an old veteran at this stuff.
So we're old veterans.
You know what to do,
the Iron
what
Cactus,
not to do.
Downing margaritas.
That's right. You know where to
Very
get the
often.
tacos, where not to get the tacos. You have this thing. And you're also here for ACL Fest this past year, correct?
Yeah.
We were.
Okay.
We had an awesome time.
Your experience with Austin obviously been a positive one.
Incredibly positive. So much so that I want to move here very desperately.
That was going to be my question.
But does everyone say that? Because
Yes,
there's sort of like nothing not to love about this city.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is incredibly nice and talkative and down to earth, but the food's amazing, the weather is a delight.
So what are the things that you look forward to when you come down for South by Southwest, other than performing? Like, do you try and get out and see some of the shows as well for like inspiration, or do you just want to hang with friends, or do you want to try and escape the rigmarole? What do you do when you come down?
We definitely don't escape. I think it's really important to us to be paying attention to new music, and I think we're really inspired by a lot of the music that's happening right now. I think it's a really exciting time for pop music.
If you're not playing a gig, where would your fans find you? Would you just be at a bar hanging out having drinks, or would you be at a club dancing? Like, where would they find you if you're not working, if you're not hustling the music?
I think it could be any or all of the above. I think I spend an embarrassing amount of time at the Iron Cactus, as I've already said.
A lot of different tequilas.
Definitely going to shows. We're trying to catch Jungle at least once this week. We're such huge fans of them. We have a Thursday show called New Shapes at Red Eye Fly, which is awesome. So you should all go to that.
Tons of new artists.
Tons of new
awesome
artists.
music.
And if people are looking for all this information, obviously Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff, you
All
have
over the
everything
place,
posted up
for
there.
sure.
How can they further support you and get your music out? Is it about retweeting your tweets? Is it about sharing the music with their friends? Like, what's the best way for your fans to support you guys?
I think it's definitely a choose your own adventure. However you feel, we've touched your lives. Definitely pass it forward to friends. I love making mixtapes for friends and passing on new bands and songs that I'm addicted to. That's why we started doing Track Addict, which is a mixtape series we release. But we really love when our fans get sort of creatively involved with wherever we're doing, whether they make their own remixes or they feel inspired by a song and make a video for YouTube or do a cover.
Ms. Mister is the band. Thank you so much for joining us down
Thank
here.
you for having us. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you guys.
Cool. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.